When 4 people are butchered at prayer, it's hard to know what to say. When you know one of the murder victims, as I did from this week's attack in Jerusalem, it's almost impossible to know what to say. But that reality leads me to one of the 4 things I want to share this week, which is that anyone too eager to speak in moments of tragedy probably shouldn't be speaking at all. We probably need to allow ourselves to feel the terror and the tragedy before rushing to analysis. And that leads to the second idea, such terrible moments. If, in whatever analysis or commentary we offer, all we do is use events to confirm what we already believed, whether that's, you see, this is what happens because a people is oppressed and isn't allowed to have a state, to you see, that's with those people, that's what Islam fundamentally is, they're all a bunch of... If that's all we use these events for, then we actually aren't feeling the terror and mourning the losses. We're harvesting someone else's pain as a proof text for our own politics. And that's got to be unacceptable at moments like this. The third thing is that as horrible as these events are, as depressed as I became, as despondent and angry as I feel still in some ways, if we think about our own lives, we all know deep down that the best responses, the wisest responses, the responses that get us to where we want to be, never come from a place of despondency, desperation, depression, fear, or anger. Certainly not if we're trying to accomplish something as big as a national safety and security, whatever nation you happen to identify with. And the last thing is that there is a difference when people are fighting to make sure that their presence is assured, and people who are fighting to assure the absence of those with whom they disagree. Whatever is going on in the Middle East, recent events have been terrifyingly and horribly ramped up as a fight became increasingly about religious dogma and ideology. So whether you know it as the Temple Mount, Haram al-Sharif, or any of the other names by which it goes in Arabic or English or in Hebrew, if your desire is to only be comfortable when those with whom you disagree cannot be there, however your views are, you are adding to this problem. Fighting for presence is legitimate, but not at the expense of someone else's absence. And that is something all sides to this conflict, I hope especially this week, will pay extra attention to, as difficult as that may be.